Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the demo dungeon and welcome back to Wild West Pioneers. Now this is the second video of the demo. There's quite a lot that we can cover. Now I've mentioned to the devs that there's a little bit of an optimization situation going on over here where I've mentioned that my setup isn't that bad, but I'm getting quite bad FPS over here. So they replied and said, you know what, we are aware and we are definitely going to look into it. So that is great news. Now where we left off is basically that we discovered this over here town, well, possible town, that we can actually get ourselves right around about over here. Now we need to mine gold, so we are definitely going to work on that one. For that we need to do quite a bit of upgrades. Okay, so for that to happen, let's have a look. See here, we need to get ourselves some planks, so we are going to unlock the sawmill over here, which is quite necessary. Now to get ourselves the sawmill, we need quite a bit of logs still, so that is perfectly fine, not a problem. Let's just see if they're actually going to build that. Yes, there we go. No more homeless people.
By the old rocks. Let's make sure they know they're welcome here.
I've also pushed up the volume of the voices quite a significant amount. I had to go through the entire recording the previous time to get all of those voices correct. So that was quite an interesting one, to be quite honest. We got a food shop over here. Now what I would like to do here is get a butcher going as well. So let's just give them a few seconds to get a few things done, and then I'll get back to you with more wood, I believe. Okay, so I had to build one extra house. Well, a tent, actually. We need to get a few more, actually, to be quite honest. But so we have one more of these whims that I need to satisfy over here. I think it looks pretty cool with the little trees and stuff on it. So let's have a look-see here. They would like to have some kind of a structure. So the next one we're going to do is just a bunch of hay. See if that makes a difference. Yeah, they like it. All right. Okay, so obviously, I think they're back. Let me just have a look here. Okay, but the food is looking good. Wood is going places, I suppose. Let's see. So there is quite a bit of wood over there, but I would like to add some more. So let's just see here. How much are we going to need for this? Just another 3 logs to get a logger's cabin over here as well. We already have a warehouse here. I'm pretty sure they'll still serve this logging camp that I'm going to build over here. Alright, so we're going to place it right over there. I have to see if we can actually make this connect the way we want it to. Hopefully that works. Let's see. Okay, so it did. It worked quite nicely actually. And then these are linked up. Perfect, beautiful. So we can now produce some more. Right, another woman to satisfy. Let's see which one it is. They would like to have a horse. Let's just get these fellas over here a nice horse. And then what we're going to do next is just add another tent for the other folks that we have. Like so. Good, gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful. There's enough food and they do still cover that, so that is nice. Loving it. Okay, so sawmill is going to be necessary and then a butcher will be necessary too. So I'm thinking maybe having the butcher over here somewhere. We'll see if it actually reaches that area, so we'll see, but hopefully it does. Alrighty, beautiful. So we can actually add this now. As you can see, they do cover quite a few areas. So that one will cover it now, and this one will cover it. So I'm going to use this side. Ooh, that's janky. Anyways, we can use this side for exactly that. So let's add our sawmill right over there. That is going to produce us with quite a bit of planks then, if it's nice and filled up. So at the moment we have 35 with 7 unemployed at the moment. So I mean, it's not great, but we can still work with that. Now we're just waiting on those logs for the butcher. All right, so this one is done over there. Let's just have a look here. Yes, we will add a few workers over there. I think maybe we'll do 4. Leaves us with 3. Production limit, I'll just drop this down to 50 for now. This is going quite good, I would say. Another thing is upgrading them to the tents need to be upgraded to wooden cabins. That's also something that we'll have to work over here with. So it's basically the wooden cabins over here. Food shop we would like to add a well in the future as well, so that's going to be quite cool to get going. Let's have a look here. I think we might have enough. No, almost enough. There we go. Lovely. So I'm just going to add this right over there, get ourselves a nice little butcher going. So basically it goes from the hunter's cabin to the warehouse to the butcher shop. So it's close to the butcher, which is definitely going to help out a lot. Okay, butcher shop done. One more tent done. This is helping me a lot, but obviously there's no one there yet. Let me see. So we got 9 extra people coming in.
If we welcome them right,
We got a
this settlement
few of
might
them that
just
we
become
need.
the kind of place folks never want to leave.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, we can try to do that. Just want to build a little path through here, if possible. Yes, it is indeed. That is quite nice. Then we just want a little path through here. Heading back that way. There you go. And then we can add one more tent as soon as we have the logs. We'll add one more tent back here. Yes, we are busy doing something about it. It is called butchery, and there we have all those lovely things going for us. Let's see. So let's unlock that over there. We're going to unlock this. Very nice. That gives us the ability to have both a saloon as well as... Oh, it just takes 1 talent point. Oh, lovely. That is great. Okay, we're just going to unlock those. So what we can do now is actually upgrade them. So you just grab a hold over there, slap that little button over there and say accept. So they are going to now change these houses into wood cabins. Yes, there we go. I would like to get the first 4 that we have built. I'm going to get those going. Takes a few planks to be quite honest, but it's fine. We'll get there.
Boss, you might be interested in this.
Look, there are places full of wild game in the area. We'll gather a few hunters, and we won't have to worry about hunger.
Our settlers finally have a place to rest and call home. But a town is only as strong as the meals its people eat. From the hunters tracking game, to the butchers cutting it into pieces, and finally to the shops selling the meat to...
Thank you, boss. Now we will not.
That wasn't too difficult. We've already done that, so that
There's a
is
family at the outskirts,
perfect.
by the old rocks.
Let's see what this is.
Let's make sure.
Damn, partner. Dug up a piece of parchment while building the house. Looks like a dusted treasure map.
Alrighty, so it seems like you can find these little things.
Interesting. There's a map in the bottle. And not just any map, but one leading to some kind of treasure. It looks like south of the place described as Deaf Woodland. There's a clearing where someone buried some valuable items. If you ask me, we should send some scouts there.
This map
All right.
shows where some kind of treasure is buried. We're going to check it out.
Alright, so we are looking for the location of the buried gold. I'll just have a look-see here. So we are heading up this way. So Hidden Grove over there. We're going to send our scouts out to this spot over here. Do some exploring, see what we can
this is where the
find.
treasure is supposed to be. Let's start digging here where these stones are.
All right, grab a shovel and let's get to work.
What do you mean by take the shovel? You were supposed to take it. I could have taken Larry.
Alright, took me a second to figure out where to find this.
Well, now we can get digging. Treasure, here we come.
Now, time to find the treasure.
Yeah, there's a chest
There
here,
we go.
and it's heavy. Well, well, real shiny gold it is. That you could
Oh,
indeed
15
call it a
gold.
treasure.
Anything else? It seems to be everything. Yep, that's about it. Time to send our scouts back home. Okay, so that was a quick little just a side quest, I suppose. Newcomers tent appeared. As you can see, we got ourselves a nice little wooden cabins over here. That is lovely. With a bunch of talent points, let's see what we have over here. We can actually unlock this one. This will allow us to do a corn ranch. Now that is definitely going to be needed. With a distillery, I guess we'll get to that as soon as possible as well. Now let me just have a look here. What do we need for this? So we need to upgrade the building. Building level 2. Not super sure how that works, but sure, I guess. Okay, so alcohol production, we're gonna have a corn ranch somewhere. What's this? Oh, okay, that's gonna be the well. Let's see where we can find some extra water down here. So it doesn't work on these areas. We just need to go for this area over here. That includes a few extra areas right there. But I mean, it doesn't seem like we need this right now. So that's perfectly fine. Not to worry about that. I guess we'll do a little corn ranch over here. Guess that'll do. See what happens when we put it there. One more of these to go. Beautiful. And what is that? That is... everything's fine. No worms. Oh, okay. So they're happy with having nothing there. Go and just upgrade a few of these. We don't have enough planks at the moment, so we'll have to wait on that. Access to the saloon's alcohol. Okay, so for that to happen, we need to firstly produce alcohol, it seems. So that's still a little bit of ways off. So how do we do this? Let's see. We got a few pioneers available to do the job. Don't think it's necessary for anything more, it seems. We'll see. We'll see what happens over there. Sure. I guess. Unlocking the saloon. Alcohol production. We got the saloon, the distillery. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the distillery right behind here, I think. Let me just get this path going around. Just something like so. That's perfectly good. 3 more newcomers. Yeah, that's good.
Welcome them.
I see wagons and tired horses coming our way. Let's give them a friendly welcome and see what they're after.
All right, we sure will do that. Let's see which other ones we have over here. So everybody wants a saloon. Okay, so that is definitely our next goal in this one. All right, so we need to just set up these corn farms. I'm not exactly sure how this works. Oh, okay, so you just stretch them out. Okay, that's pretty cool. Out of... oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. My bad. Let's start our little farm over here. We bring it all the way through... it's not... there we go. I suppose that's good enough for now. It's not exactly the biggest one we got, but sure. Definitely have enough logs here. I think we could actually get that extra hand in there. I'd say we might need another one very soon. Another sawmill. Alright, so I just noticed that we do have food, but we don't have any rations over here, so that might be a little bit of a situation, isn't it? So needs per day is quite a bit. But I mean, we are producing about 7.5 on a very quick basis, I suppose. We'll see if we can get that going up as we go. So I don't think we need to get ourselves more people going into the town. At the moment, we have more than enough to do the work. We need to feed these people now. Okay, so adding another butcher would hopefully help. I'm not exactly sure if it will, but we'll see if it does. I want to add an extra hunter somewhere along the line as well. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to drop this down a little bit. We have more than enough wood. Going to add an extra over here. That looks fine, and that looks fine. Okay, so we are going to now be able to produce enough food. I wasn't exactly sure how that worked, but there we go. So now we know. Alright, so my opinion with the amount of people that come in is they might want to slow it down a little bit. Why is it blocked? Oh, you need that entire space. Wow. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it on this side. Just slap one right over there. Guess that should do the trick. And I'm not exactly sure how far the distillery will go. I think we just need the distillery to be within the perimeters. We'll just go like that. That is good. Saloon. I think the saloon needs to be within the reach of a warehouse once again, because I mean they go get it and put it in there. We'll have to see about that one. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to figure that one out. Okay, so I had to add.
We've got company there on the edge of town.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's a bit of a situation where there's so many people coming in all the time. I can't. I know you can turn them away, I suppose.
I
just saw some caravans.
But as you can see, immediately there's just new people. So, think they can really work on that one, to be quite honest. We've added one extra hunting cabin over here. We can really do that. And then we have another sawmill as well. I think we can push this up to about 100 now. Let's see if it's so on both sides now. Yeah, it's okay, so it automatically changes both of them. Okay, so the distillery is busy making bourbon, which is beautiful. Now the only thing that we still need is a saloon. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work with coverage, I suppose, but we'll see about that one. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll see. Our rations are looking good. Happy about that. Okay, so we have enough planks now for the saloon. Let's see how the coverage works with this. Okay, so we'll have to find some wiggling room over here. Oh dear. Not sure. Okay, let's see if we can find a spot for it. It's not great, but I mean, it does cover the amount that we need to for now. So that means we'll definitely need another one in the future as well. So let's just get that one going. We have 3 available workers over there. That is beautiful. Lovely. Busy building our saloon.
Thief! Thief! Someone stole my stuff.
Oh my dear goodness. So many things going wrong, isn't it? Alright, I think we might need to have a look-see over here at what this is.
Find this thief, and I will reward you handsomely.
Okay. Yes. That's a little bit. Nah, that's a little much. Drop down that a little bit. There we go. I think that's good. There you go. Lovely. Covering all the ones we need to. So I'm quite happy about that. There's another one over there. Yes, indeed. I mean, you do have access to it. It's right there. It's not that far away. Ah, okay, so I just need to give them a second. But I think on that note, that is where we're going to call it for this. We'll take a look at it again as soon as it releases. But I must say, it has a lot of potential. I quite enjoy it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I think this is something I would look into in the future when optimization takes place and all those lovely things. But on that note, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you enjoy these videos, feel free to leave a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the Crunchy Captain to become part of the Crunchy community. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, you absolute legends. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.